This is a really great project if you want to practice your knitting with 2 or more than 2 colors, so stranded color work. A lot of people find that very, very difficult, but here we are to give you some tips and advice. And the pattern that we will be doing today is for a wrist warmer, so you've got this really easy, quick project that you can do in just a couple of hours, and where you can really practice on your color work. And these are actually inspired, these are very traditional in Norway, and we are inspired by the book Norwegian Knits with a Twist that we wrote a few years ago. And we're going to be doing a completely new pattern for you today, and that hopefully you will enjoy.
Oh, let's start.
We are using a DK weight yarn, which is about 120 meters for 50 grams. You cast on 12 stitches per needle, which is going to be 48 stitches altogether. And you're knitting on the round. How's it going, Arne?
I'm finished now.
You're finished
I have
now.
4 needles, 12 on each.
Perfect.
48 stitches altogether, and then I start knitting the
rib.
The rib.
And the rib is actually very straightforward. You knit 2, you purl 2, and you do this for approximately 3 centimeters or 1 1/4 of an inch, which should be around 9 rows.
So just 2 knit and 2 purl all the way around. Like this.
Arne has now knitted the rib. 9 rows are done. The first thing to do when you have knitted your 9 rows is you need to change needles. So remove the original needles and go up a size, so you get a size bigger. And then you start knitting. And we've already designed the wrist warmer, and we've got a little chart here that we can look at. And Arne has already done a couple of rows. So you did a red row.
I did the simple rows
The simple
first.
row, yeah. So you've done a red row and 2 rows with green. And this is where we're at now.
So now I'm working on a needle 3.5. The first one was 3. So I go up half a size. And on this round, I'm knitting with 3 colors. And that's not so easy if you haven't done it before. So this is a nice way
To practice.
So on this round, we are knitting with brown, orange and green. So we start with 1 brown. And now you have to carry the yarn all the way on the back.
And twist it as you go.
And twist it. So 1 brown, and then we do 3 orange.
Yeah.
So now I have 4 stitches from the green to the next green. So then I make a green one. 4 is okay, and now I'm doing orange one, the next one, but then I need to carry the brown one, so you don't get these long, what you call it, long.
Yeah, those long stitches on the inside that will get stuck to rings or things like that.
You have to carry the yarn, so I block the brown with the orange. Let me see. So you put the orange over like that. Now the brown is blocked. Then you knit the orange. So knit 3 orange.
Perfect.
And then you need another brown one. And now the brown is blocked here. So you just have 4 stitches to the next brown, and then that's okay. That's an okay distance in between stitches in the pattern.
A lot of people that are feeling unfamiliar with this, they might want to twist on every single one of the stitches, but you don't need to do that. Just let it go for a few stitches and then twist.
Yeah. And you can twist like back and forth. It doesn't have to be on the same place all the time, but never twist on the same place in the pattern going up, because then you will see the color through. When you're in between 2 stitches, it's also easy to pull it too much when you change color. So in between 2 needles, you should be careful and look so you don't pull it too much. So we work this way all the way around. And then you will have much nicer inside. No long threads on the inside.
Yeah, that will be perfect.
Just pull it a little bit and it will look good.
So doing that, using that technique, you're going to be following the chart, knitting all the way up to the end of the chart, and then you do a new rib
In the end.
on the opposite side, which is also going to be 3 centimeters or 1¼ of an inch. Then you need to go down a size again, back to the original needle, which was the number 3 millimeter.
Number 3.
And just knit the knit and purl.
And then you bind off loose, not tighten it too much when you bind off. Do it loose, so you don't stretch. Or do, what you call it, stretch?
Yeah, stretch it.
Together, kind of. So now I need the brown one.
And by the time you do that, you have the wrist warmer ready.
But not all of the rounds in the pattern have 3 colors. That's just two of the rounds. So all the others have 2 colors.
Yeah. But anyway, you have ready.
You need to twist.
Well, you have ready the thing. It's ready.
Yeah.
So this is actually the second wrist warmer, because they come in pairs, obviously. So to save some time, we already did the first wrist warmer. It's here. And as you can see, all the threads that we've knitted with are now loose. So we're going to quickly show you how we weave in the threads. And then, yeah, we'll have a pair of wrist warmers ready in no time.
And we should change
Yeah, I think
seats.
definitely we're going to be changing seats. So
you
that
go
we
to
can
mine.
show it in the camera a little bit better.
And then we became Arne and Carlos.
Yes.
Not Carlos, Arne.
Let's weave in the threads. I've chosen my needle to weave this in. You see it's going out like that, so you should go backwards with it and just weave it back in. There we go. And I think this one is woven in, so we just cut it. There we go.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes when we knit with more than one color, people ask us sometimes in workshops, what do you do with the yarn so it doesn't twist up that much? And normally we don't do anything.
Except?
But when it's too twisted, we just do this. And
that's the only way to do it.
That's the only way, and it's the easiest way.
Mm.
You don't have to sit and pull it around. Just lift it up.
So now the ends are finally woven and you have the wrist warmer ready. This particular yarn, the merino, very fine, soft yarn, is so nice and soft that you don't even have to steam it. Usually we are very strict about blocking and steaming, but when you have a yarn that is such good quality, you don't need to. So it's basically done and it looks really, really nice. So now Arne is going to give you a styling tip that he came up with.
I will do the styling tips.
There you go.
So I have one, so now I need just one more. And then you can make the jacket nicer. Ta-da!
That's such a great styling tip, Arne.
Styling tips. You can put this on with your jacket.
Well, my jacket is not here. Wrist warmers.